What you thought you was doing, Barack Obama? Boy, you done stepped out there. All you did was piss black men off, bruh. All you did was piss black men off. Why y'all think the American people why y'all think the Democrat Party own black folk? The Democrat Party don't own black folks, bruh. What you thought you was doing with that? We see the play. We know, we see the play. Kamala Harris is losing. She's not gonna win. So you done stepped on out. Yeah, you know, black people, if you're voting for Donald Trump and not Kamala Harris, this is unacceptable.
We have not yet seen the same kinds of energy and turnout in all quarters of our neighborhoods and communities as we saw when I was running. Now, I also want to say that seems to be more pronounced with the brothers.
Congressman, your thoughts?
Well, like I said earlier on this, I don't care what Barack Obama says, to be honest with you. The Kamala Harris problem is very simple. She was riding shotgun with Joe Biden, leading America into crisis after crisis, terrible policy, massive inflation, wide open borders, and a foreign policy that's been a disaster. And now you got Barack Obama and the other Democrat surrogates out here saying that black men in particular need to just show up and vote for her just because she's a black woman. No. Details matter. Policy matters. Vision matters. And what we've seen from Kamala Harris is that she's been a part of a very destructive administration to the lives of the American people. And she's not demonstrated any ability to be a leader on the world stage that people will choose to follow.
The masculine heterosexual black male is finally standing up, and I couldn't be more proud. Obama don't have the same pull that he used to, and like the old saying goes, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. And thank God that you got I'm not gonna say it's the majority, but it's a very sizable percentage of black men that are gonna choose the couch or vote for Trump. All this identity politics and all this stuff they're pushing in the Democrat Party, Kamala Harris, nah, we ain't rocking with it.
Dear everybody who got something to say about Kamala, guess what? We don't want to hear it. We do not want to hear it. Y'all ain't want to hear nothing about 45. We don't want to hear nothing. You ain't got the motherfucking say about Kamala. We don't want to motherfucking hear. Y'all can say she a motherfucking DEI. Y'all can say she a motherfucking DUI. Y'all can say she a motherfucking R&B. Just like motherfucking baby. Y'all can even say she motherfucking T.I. If y'all motherfucking want to. And y'all know I fuck with T.I. One of the smartest motherfuckers I know. So that's a compliment. So y'all can say whatever y'all want to motherfucking say about motherfucking Kamala, but we don't want to motherfucking hear it.
We don't want to hear nothing about no motherfucking Kamala. We don't want to hear it. This is the new representation of black males in the Democrat Party. Dudes like Plies, who almost 50 years old, sounding like a straight up biatch. You sound like a girl, bruh. Where's the bass in your voice? Like, I used to listen to Plies back in the day. I used to think he was a pretty dope rapper. But this is what happens when you become less relevant and you gotta sell out. Shout out to the masculine black men who not gonna sell out. Shout out to the black women who love and support masculine black men.
So Barack Obama was in Pittsburgh and he had a few words to say about black men. Black men aren't excited to vote for Kamala Harris. We aren't excited to vote for her. Why do you think that, Barack? Is it because that she is drop step with one of the worst presidents we've ever had? Is it that she was the border czar and didn't do anything about the migrants coming over? Is it because she has to read from a teleprompter every time she does a rally or does something like that? Is it because black men are just saying, you know what, maybe I want to vote a different way? Why is it that every time we have an issue, you got to attack us, Barack? You don't do the white man like that. You don't do Asians like that. You don't do Hispanics like that. But when it comes to the black man, if we don't vote one way, then y'all want to attack us. Barack, just let us have our vote. If we want to vote Trump, we vote Trump. We vote hers, we vote hers. Just let us have our vote, honestly.
And that's a very good point that brother brought up. Like, why is it the black man? Why is the black man the only demographic that gets told how to think, told how to vote, told who the best choice for us. If we don't vote for this party, we not black. All that goofy stuff. Them days is over with, bro. The old heads, the elder blacks, the 60 and up Negroes, most of them are done. Ain't no point in even trying to convince them. The ones that get it, cool, welcome aboard. But man, nah, bro. Like them days is over with, bro. All that shaming and trying to be our Negro wrangler, like, nah, bro. Like, we don't need you to think for us, bro. Like, we know what we doing, bro. We not rich like Obama and all these black celebrities. That's the D.L. Hughley's of the world and the Steve Harveys of the world. We not papered up like that. Some of us got paper. Some of us is okay as far as paying our bills. Most of us not broke, but we not multi-millionaires, bro. So, bro, we see what's going on with all the issues in the economy and the inflation and the migrants and all that. So, now we cool on that, bro. We cool on that.
Hey, black man, you voting for Kamala Harris? Because Obama told you to. Let's talk about it. So yesterday, Barack Obama decided it was a good idea to come out of his house, save Kamala Harris's sinking ship in Pittsburgh, and talk shit about Trump for a few minutes, and then gather a bunch of black men behind signage that says black male voters and basically tell them, you better vote for Kamala Harris. The numbers are not looking good, and especially amongst the brothers. You guys supported me when I was running, and I expect you to support her. I expect you to vote for Kamala Harris. It's the audacity for me. First of all, you can't tell any black man what to do ever. That's first of all. Second of all, when is he massa? When is he going to think that he could go in front of a bunch of black men and tell them what to do? Like, is that what we're doing right now? Like, who made him in charge of what black men do or don't do? So the small percentage of black men who were either going to vote for Kamala Harris or were leaning and undecided but leaning towards her, they're absolutely not going to vote for Kamala Harris. Now, that doesn't mean they're going to vote for Trump, but they're for sure not voting for her. So whatever their little plan was to play in the emotions of black people or make black men feel like they can't make their own damn decisions, that backfired. It's all over the internet. Barack Obama, that was a bad move. It was a bad move. You did nothing for black men back in the day.
Shout out to that sister right there, and I hope that what she said becomes a reality. I hope that this recent Obama, lecturing to black men, I hope it blows up in their face times 10. I hope that even more black men that they are projecting to vote for Trump. I hope Trump gets at least 25 to 30% of the black vote. That's a realistic number of the black male vote. We know black women gonna vote at least 90% for Kamala, which is just par for the course. I ain't even really talking about black women in this video because that's not what this video is about. But let us not forget who Obama was when he was in office. When he was in office, we know that he was very, very pro LGBT, and for him to be married to a woman, supposedly, a lot of people think Michelle Obama's a man. I don't really have any proof of that, so I'm not going to entertain that rumor at this moment. But let's just assume Michelle is really Michelle. Why is a man that's married to a woman so adamant about gay rights? Why were you so obsessed with LGBTQ? One of the Kenyan lawmakers said if he comes to Kenya to push the LGBT agenda, he's going to tell him to shut up and go home. Just look it up. Look up Obama LGBT Kenya and you will see. And let us not forget multiple men who had alleged gay encounters with Obama either end up dead or exiled. One of the young brothers who was brutally murdered right when Obama was rising in the national spotlight in 2007, his name was Donald Young. For those of y'all that are not familiar, do your research. I'll play this little TikTok clip that I downloaded. Shout out to the creator who uploaded it. But basically a younger brother from Chicago where Obama grew up. He was a gay choir director, openly gay, flamboyant gay. And he was found brutally shot, just shot up like multiple gunshots in his apartment several months before Obama really started blowing up on the campaign trail. And then there's another guy who goes by the name of Larry Sinclair, a white man, who said that he did drugs with Obama, specifically cocaine. He said Obama smoked his, and the gay man Larry Sinclair, I think he was a snorter. I don't know if he smoked crack or snorted cocaine, one of the two. It doesn't matter. He said he performed fellatio, oral sex on Obama. And Obama never sued this guy. I don't know how he's still living, but he is. I think he lives out of the country, down in Mexico somewhere. But it's amazing to me that these two men, one of them was murdered, and one of them has basically been exiled for the fear of his life, have both had alleged gay encounters with Obama. And this explains why Obama was so heavily invested into the LGBTQ community.
There was a choir master, Minister Williams, leader of the mass choir at the Trinity United Church of Christ in Chicago, Illinois, where Dr. Jeremiah Wright presided as pastor. His name was Donald Young, 47 years old, taught the 4th grade in the Chicago City public school system. Anybody who teaches the 4th grade can't be very violent. You just got to have the right spirit. Go deal with them young folk. Donald Young, not only was he the choir master, but a 4th grade school teacher. December the 3rd, a year ago, this month is the anniversary of his death. Just as the campaign got heated, Donald Young was found shot execution style with a bullet in the back of his head in his 69th Street apartment on the south side of Chicago. But 2 other homosexual men, and by the way, Donald Young was openly gay. Everybody knew he was a flamboyant gay. Everybody knew he was gay as they come. He put the gay in gay, Donald Young. 2 other young men that were gay, also members of the Trinity United Church of Christ, were also killed within 60 days of each. 3 gay men where Barack Hussein Obama went to church. And nobody knows who did it. Well, they say they don't know. But I know. These men, Vince Foster, Chandra Levy, you start dealing with these men with power, your life becomes nothing. That's why I'm preaching so hard right now. Y'all saw I fired up when I first came up there. I'm fired up because I might not be here next week. And I want to get it all out now. You start telling the truth on these men of power, they will kill you. I know it.
Larry Sinclair, thank you so much.
Thank you for inviting me.
Where did you meet Barack Obama?
It was by accident. I was in the Chicago area in '99 for Lee Duke's graduation from the Naval Academy.
Who's Lee Duke?
He's basically my godson.
Okay.
I had hired a limousine service.
I'm sorry to interrupt. Did you live in Chicago then?
No. I was actually living in Colorado. I had flown in the night before.
Okay.
So, had hired a limousine service, had made the driver aware that if Lee couldn't leave the base, because once they graduate, some of them actually get their assignments and they're shipping out and they can't leave the base, that I was still interested in going out. And had asked the driver if he knew anybody that was available that might want to show me, Chicago. And he said he did. So,
well, who was the driver?
His name was Jameer, Motani. It was with 5-star limo.
So you're just a guy who's in town for the night, and it sounds like you're looking to party, actually.
Yeah.
That's what you're really saying.
Yeah. Well, I was in town for a few nights, but yeah, I was definitely looking to party. And
did you make that clear to the driver?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. There was no misunderstanding.
How direct were you about that?
Extremely.
Extremely. Okay.
Yeah. There was no doubt what I was looking for.
Okay.
And he picked me up at my hotel in Gurnee and drove into Chicago, pulled up in a bar outside, and there's this guy that's introduced to me as Barack Obama. It was literally that casual.
Had you ever heard of him?
No.
Did the driver know him?
Yep. The driver definitely knew him because the driver said that he was a friend.
Interesting. How would the driver be friends with Barack Obama?
I only found out later, dealing with a reporter from Bloomberg News, that apparently the limousine company had been doing business with Tony Resco, that at the time was somehow affiliated with Barack
Obama's
Obama.
Orbit.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Interesting. So he knew Barack Obama, And in his view, Barack Obama liked the same kind of partying you were looking for.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all know about Larry Sinclair and Donald Young, but if you don't, do your research. You can watch the whole Tucker Carlson, Larry Sinclair interview on Twitter. It's been up for, I think, over a year. I believe both of those stories are very credible about Obama's sexuality. I really do believe those stories are true. Let us not forget who this man is. Let us not forget that he was the first sitting president to ever come out and publicly support gay marriage, lit the rainbow up in rainbow colors after the Supreme Court legalized gay marriage across the land, turned a institution, a sacred institution created by God himself, upside down. But it's not about what the Supreme Court says, it's about what the Supreme God says. So Obama will have to answer for that. And anybody else who wants to go down that path. None of us are perfect, but to openly mock God, not good for your eternal destination unless you repent. And we can't forget that Obama was one of the most pro immigration, illegal immigration presidents of all time. He wanted to do a pathway to citizenship for people who broke the law to get here. And of course, the immigration crisis started long before Obama, but he was public about his support for the illegal immigrants. So we remember who Obama is. We don't support him. We're not going to be lectured by him, and we certainly not going to listen to him.
Man, if you want to sit your biscuit head ass down somewhere, goofy looking motherfucker, like Slender Man looking motherfucking ass, like ain't nobody trying to listen to you, bro. You didn't get the memo. The community ain't fucking with you, dog. We ain't fucking with you. We ain't got two words for you. Yes, we do. High and by. We are not fucking with you, B.O. Like, no, bro. They're gonna send your ass to the community like, oh, let me go ahead and chastise the black man. Motherfucker, what? No. We are not fucking with you. We not, and just for that, they sent Magic Johnson. They send your ass. Oh, and don't forget, Sassy Martin, D.L. Hughley, Ricky Smiley. Like the list goes on and on. Like, really, bro? Al Sharpton ass, old snitching ass. He ain't nothing but a rat. Who's next? We ain't fucking with none of y'all. None of you guys represent a real black American man. Not one of y'all. If anything, y'all represent what it means to be a goddamn sellout. Peace.